This is the Algebra 1 Unit 1 Skill 11 video. This is going to combine a couple of concepts that we've covered in the previous skills. It's going to combine finding the prime factors and simplifying fractions. So just to kind of do an example for you guys, open a drawing here. Let's say I have the fraction 12 out of 12 divided by 48. And we want to know how to make this into its simplest terms. So they're wanting us to go through the process of doing prime factors. So let's kind of give ourselves some space down here, and let's find the prime factors of 12 and the prime factors of 48. If you remember, prime factors is where you break things down until they're all prime numbers. And when you say break down, I mean find numbers that multiply to make it, and then keep doing that until the numbers you have are all prime numbers. So 12, for instance, can be, for instance, 6 times 2. 2 is prime, so we'll go ahead and circle that. 6 can be broken down or divided to make 3 and 2, and those are both prime. So then for 12, I would put 2 times 2 times 3, because 2 times 2 times 3 would give me 12. You can do the same thing with 48. 48 is 4 times 12. 4 is 2 times 2. 12 is 2 times 6. And 6 is 2 times 3. And you see how far I had to break that down to get all prime numbers. So I got 4 2's and a 3. 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. The last step of this process of simplifying fractions with prime factorization is that I'm going to take anything that is in the top and the bottom and cancel out. So those 2's cancel, those 2 cancel, those 3's cancel. So you might be thinking, okay, so there's 0 left in the top. Well, actually, that's not what happens. When you divide something, the remaining thing is always going to be 1. So there's a 1 left in the top. So when there's nothing, it's actually a 1. And then we have 2 times 2, which is 4. And so we're saying that 12 over 48 reduces to 1 over 4, and this is the prime factor way. So in the problem, they're going to have you actually identify what this is. They're going to have you identify what this is, and they're going to have you identify the actual reduced form. So you're going to need to do all of that in the problem. So let me show you what I mean. So they say simplify by prime factorization. So you have to first find what the factored form is. In other words, what multiplies to make 15, what multiplies to make 27. Then you're going to put that with things canceled out. So obviously B would be your answer there. And then you're going to multiply everything back together and get the final answer. Okay, so should be pretty obvious right now. This is the factored form D. Then we have the canceled form B. And then 5 is on the top, 3 times 3 on the bottom makes 5 over 9, and so E. So there's your answer for the first one, but that's what you're going to do for the rest of these. Prime factors, reduce everything, then write the final result. And that is it for skill 11.